Here we are, Jeremy Lights Out, Latimore. Lats, good to see you, mate. You are very, very confident. I won't say overly confident, but you're feeling like you've got the game plan to take out Big Nasty in his professional debut.
Mate, I just feel like it's a good time to get the big guy. He's obviously transitioned away from rugby league. He hasn't been in the ring for a few years. Nothing can prepare you for them 4-3s, man. On my first pro fight, and I think I went in thinking I was fitter than what I was, and mate, I was sucking in flags from outside. I was that tired, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to Friday. Obviously, man, I'm very aware he's got a lot of power, so I'm going to have to box smart, box well. But you know, with the boys, I've been working on a really good game plan, and you know, all the pressure's on me. Internally, they've done the work. They've got me prepared. So I've just got to get out there and show it now. You know, once everyone gets out of the ring, it's me and Big Nelly and the ref. It's showtime. So based on that, do you think that the bright lights might get the better of him under that big stage of a professional debut? I mean, he has fought, you know, on cards before on sort of, you know, medium-sized shows, but when it comes to this, you know, level professional debut, the whole country's watching. Do you think that might be an opportunity for you? Mate, I feel like, yeah, all the chat has been around Big Nelson. You know, I'm just a sideshow this week, and obviously I'm up here to, you know, enjoy the week. I'm an experienced guy, and that's the opportunity to come up. I couldn't take the opportunity quick enough. I know he'll do well, but you know, I'm hoping he starts 0-1 on Friday. That'd be a great way for you, and mate, you'll move on to 2-0, so that'd be perfect. It looks nice. It looks nice on the resume. Absolutely. Thanks very much, lads. We wish you all the very best. Hopefully it's lights out for Nelson and not you when it comes to Friday night. Thanks very much. Oh, man. Thank you. There he is, Jeremy Latimore, Mr. Lights Out. Now, he'll be taking on the man making his professional debut, the crossover superstar, ready to make waves in the boxing world. Let's hear it, everybody. This is Big Nasty, Nelson Asofa-Solomona.
Yeah, cannot wait to see this man in his professional boxing debut on Friday night. Big Nelson Asofa-Solomona, one of the most feared enforcers during his days on the footy field, now ready to embark on an exciting new journey. Pete Bedell, tell us a bit about Big Nast's decision to turn his back on footy and what he's got to offer the boxing world.
Yeah, Megan, look, I'm really excited about this prospect and what he can do. I mean, I've covered him in his career as a rugby league player, 215 games for the Storm across 10 years, played 16 tests for New Zealand. He did it all in rugby league. He was one of the best forwards in his prime. And ironically, Megan, he said that he left rugby league because the game was becoming too soft and it was losing its soul. And he wanted to find a sport that could really tap into that testosterone, the venom, the ferocity that he possesses, and it's boxing. And I believe he could be one of our great crossover fighters. And when you look at the size of him, Sean, it's pretty scary. I mean, this guy could do anything in this sport.
And not just the size, but, you know, the thing we talk about in boxing is the fluidity of a fighter. And basically what that is how loose are you? The looser you are, the faster the punches fly, the better impact that they have, the more accuracy they have, the more when you're fluid, you have the ability to get in and get out, make somebody miss, make them pay, things of that nature. Easier said than done. And usually it takes time for a newbie to put all that kind of stuff together. And when you see that man, Big Nasty, bounce around, and we just saw the way he was bouncing around, throwing those punches with the kind of fluidity, the kind of smoothness that we see right there. If this guy can take his time and line these guys up the way that we think that he can, it's gonna be nasty. It's gonna be nasty.
His nickname's Nas, so nasty Nas. But you know, interesting, Sean and Megan. Two things. I spoke to his cup man, Stephen Edwards, who is also Liam Paro's cup man. He said he has got the biggest hands I've ever wrapped in my career. They are monstrous. And secondly, his team LSA, they've had sparring partners in the ring. He has knocked guys out. He has broken a guy's arm with an uppercut. And he has been sparring a 170-kilo rival for this fight. So Team LSA, he's one of the most powerful men they've ever seen in their gym. So that's a fair rap.
What difference does it make that he's got that championship mindset? He's won 2 NRL premierships. When you think about it in terms of Super Bowl, having 2 Super Bowl wins to your name, a lot of boxers don't come in with that sort of mindset, do they?
Yeah, you mean like in terms of having a championship pedigree, even though it's not boxing. When you have that championship pedigree, guess what? You're in the back room before you go out in front of all of the fans to do that thing. And you know who's standing across from you. You know all of the ins and outs of how the game plan is supposed to go. All of that he's faced already as a footy, he's bringing that into the ring against a 1-0 guy. I mean, I'm sorry, all respect to the 1-0 guy, but it's kind of his fight to lose, you know what I mean? It's Big Nasty's fight to lose, and what I mean by that is all of that experience that he brings, again, I understand that it's not boxing, but a big part of boxing that everybody always asks, is it more mental or is it more physical? I always say, the guys who have it physically, for them, it's mentally. The guys who have it mentally, for them, it's physically. For this big nasty right here, for him it's going to be mentally. And he's already prepared because he's been in this space before at the highest level. So it's kind of like for him, it's going to be like going through the motions and just finding his stride. And like I said before, if he finds his stride,
I mean, how loud is it? Hearing those gloves hit the pads, this is the loudest we've heard of any fighter in the
Yeah, it sounds like it's thunder clapping here in the room. You have to be in the room to really hear it. But interesting, Sean, talking about the mental side, one thing I like about the psychology of Nelson talking before is he's wanting to respect the sport of boxing. He says, I'm serious, I'm all in. This is making me feel alive. I feel freedom in this sport. So I like the fact that some heavyweights or some boxers might just do this for a bit of fun, see how they go, but Nelson is dedicated to it. He wants to be a credible force in this sport.
And I will say this, just to bring us all back to earth, because I'm excited. It's a big guy. His ring name is Big Nasty. I mean, he's coming. He's a showman. You can see it right there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you got a weapon standing across from you. And at the end of the day, like you said, there's always some nerve. There's always a little bit of fear. It's an excited fear. But it's easier to say it than it is to do it, you know. So he still has to get in the ring and perform. The outside looking in, I gotta tell you guys, I'm excited for this one.
When you think about being a footy player, but then you think about the fact that he's come from the Melbourne Storm system under Craig Bellamy, of all coaches, working with the likes of Cameron Smith and Billy Slater, all of those guys. I mean, there's not a more meticulous group of rugby league players to come through the ranks with.
Absolutely. Look, people who don't know the Melbourne Storm well, they're one of the most professional, well-drilled sporting organisations in Australian sport. And I guess for the Sean, you're looking at maybe in the NFL, think of the best team in the NFL.
Yeah, you're looking at it.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, just solid all the way around, even though they didn't make the playoffs.
But that's the thing, they're a real quality organisation, and he comes from that mindset, and he's had the hardest coach in Craig Bellamy, who trains his men hard. I think he's got all the mental tools to do something in this sport.
All right, well, let's hear from Big Nasty, as you call him. It's back to Stevie Payos.
Here we are, centre ring, Big Nelson Asofa-Solomona. Big Nasty, looking very, very sharp in there, mate. How are you feeling ahead of fight week?
I feel great, mate. I'm alive and I'm ready to fight.
You showed a lot there when you were doing your workout there with Ty. Big shots, loud shots reverberating around the venue. Are you looking to send a bit of a message to lads inside the venue here today?
No, look, I'm just here to show what I've learnt through Team Alice, and that's all I'm here today. I'm not trying to show too much. That's just the tiniest bit of what we've got.
So plenty more to come on the night. What do you need to do to beat Lats? He's pretty confident. He says that he's, got the skills, got the ability, got the game plan to beat you. So what are you expecting out of him?
Everyone's got a plan till they get punched in the mouth. So, hey, look, Gen 16, we're going to see.
Fantastic, mate. Any predictions? Early knockout, perhaps? Round 1, round 2, something like that? Or we'll just let your punches do the talking?
Oh, I don't get paid for overtime, so we're gonna have a bang. We're gonna bang in there, but we're prepared for every scenario.
Fantastic. There he is, Big Nelson Asofa-Solomona. All the very best, and we wish you well on Friday night. There he is, everybody, Big Nasty.